What is up, and welcome into the Easy Smoke and the GM podcast. I am your host, Ezra McCann, and I'm joined, as always, by my outstanding co-hosts. He's a Chicago Public League legend. He's a Simeon legend. He's a Grambling State legend. He plays second base for the Tigers. Back in the day, he was all SWAC. He is none other than Brandon Williams, a.k.a. Coach Smoke. And we've got our NFL draft, football, just all-around expert. He is Glenn Morgan, our GM, and
our resident SEC guy.
Yeah. Down goes the SEC, by the way. Sorry, I just had to throw that out there. So yeah, not much to talk about here in Chicago. You know, nothing too big happened over this past weekend.
Can you talk about the weather?
Yeah, weather was decent.
Decent.
Just another day of the Bears.
Another regular Bears game. You know, it just happened to be playoffs though, and only like the biggest comeback in the history of Bears playoff football. And we did it over the freaking Packers. What a game. What a game. Tale of two halves. And yeah, I'm still recovering from the heart attack that I almost had.
Y'all be tripping, man.
Oh my God.
Y'all be getting excited.
Speechless. I don't know how to describe what we went through, as fans during that game. That was.
Y'all really go through stuff?
Absolutely.
6 games this season. Y'all didn't just lead into it. I mean, it's like driving on ice. You start sliding. You don't want to go buck. You just kind of lead into it.
No, because at some point the magic ends.
And I think that's
the magic never goes through the playoffs. It doesn't.
I think that's the fear. Like,
that's okay.
I was never worried. I wasn't necessarily. Yeah, I was worried. I knew we would come back and make it a game. I just thought we would be behind by too much.
Well, we were.
Which
you were right.
That's what became my fear. Like, damn, we kind of going down too much. Like, we gotta put a stop to this, which we end up doing.
Yeah, mine was the whole thing was the defense looked so bad, especially in that first half, and then even in the third quarter, the defense looked like they got their act together, but we only put 3 points on the board, and so I was like, that, this comeback thing is not gonna happen again, and fourth quarter comes and Caleb Magic, man. Caleb Magic. It just keeps happening in that fourth quarter, and I'm not used to anything like this.
Right. I agree. As Bear fans, we've never seen anything like this for ourselves.
No.
We haven't. We've seen it done to us.
Yeah.
Time and time again, whether it was Favre or Rodgers or somebody else. But, obviously it being Green Bay, keeping with that. But, you're saying Caleb Magic, and I get it. But at this point, it's not magic. It's who this team is this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's clearly part of who Caleb is. It's like he's leaning into it. His teammates expect it, and it's a level of belief that it's not just words when they say it. You can tell they all really believe it. And I'll say this. I was wrong about Caleb in terms of, I was wrong and right about Caleb in terms of coming out of college. And I was wrong in the sense that I felt like he didn't, outside of an individual award with the Heisman, I didn't feel that he was that guy that was going to Yeah, I think he was going to take your team to win a game that really mattered. Like he'll win some games, like he have a fantastic game like he did when he was at Oklahoma and came back against Texas. But that game didn't really mean anything other than it was just a rivalry game. It meant something, to those two schools. But it wasn't a conference championship. It wasn't a playoff game, that kind of deal. And I didn't know that he would be able to galvanize a team to do this and then to repeat it and so on and so forth. So I was wrong about that. I was right about the sense that in order for him to be able to do that in a capacity that is repeatable, but yet still nothing that takes away, something that doesn't take away from the team, I was right that he needed to have a coach who could bring that out of him. You need to have a coach that isn't going to suppress what makes you special, what's going to hold you accountable to be special. And when I say special, I mean to fulfill your promise as far as your athletic promise and what you offer. He needs that and needed that because he definitely didn't get it last year, and he wasn't really getting it in college, not really. And so I was on a thread earlier today, and I was like, we were on that hamster wheel again, where you get the quarterback after you got the coach, you coach after you got the GM, and just it's all disjointed. And it looked like that last year. And then the draft that they had with getting a punter in the fourth round, just not doing stuff to really, help put him, not having a quarterback who's a veteran on the squad to help him at all. There's a lot of bad decisions last year that we were on that collision course again, that repeatable collision course of being just, ineffectual. And that in 3 years, like this time next year, Caleb's probably forcing his way out of Chicago. Third, fourth, he's forcing his way out. He goes somewhere else, has success, and we're like, damn, we can't do nothing right. And Chicago has that same repeated mantra of, this is where offenses go to die. Ben Johnson's, and I know Smoke, you're not the biggest Ben Johnson. He still does some, some stuff.
So,
but
can I put that to rest? I am a Ben Johnson fan. I felt that he was the guy for the job. There was no one else to hire. I just hold him accountable. I just don't. People are getting caught up in because of what last year was. That to me, I feel like the fans feel like he does no wrong. No, he contributes to the fuck ups too, and he is a first year coach.
Right. Yeah.
If that's your rebuttal to me, I will be able to respect it. But the rebuttal is always, no, Caleb got it. No, he's messing up, man. Like his play calling is very suspect in too many crucial situations. Like that's all it is. I do love him as a coach. I do. I just need him to. And it's year one. I'm sure when it's all over, he'll reflect and realize, okay, I do like to do these different things, but I gotta pick my spots correctly to do them. And I can't get emotional because he was emotional in that first.
I was gonna say, what did you guys think of the fourth down call?
He was emotional, and I understood it, but at the same time, you can't do that. Like that was the emotional, that was an impulse decision right there. Straight off emotion. And it had me feeling like Dennis Allen wasn't coming back on that field after halftime. Because that's a decision.
Yes,
that's a decision you make saying, I don't trust what you got going on.
Right.
And I'm like, I feared in that moment, I feared that, oh shit, all hell's about to break loose. Because without calling him out, you called him out right there. I know people are like, but he did it because he knew he couldn't stop the defense. Yeah, that's calling out your defense.
Calling out your defense, yeah. Especially in the first half.
In the first half.
And they already scoring at will. Hell, fuck it. If you kick it, it takes them a little longer to score.
Right.
My thing was, especially at that moment, I felt that it was the wrong message to send to those players over there.
Yeah.
That I've given up on you, basically. We're going for fourth down in our own territory. it was unnecessary. But after everything transpired and the game was won, I wondered, wait a minute, the defense did come out and play some ball in that second half.
Something happened in that locker room after halftime,
Maybe
man.
maybe that galvanized them. They did get that message and said, "Yo, we got to get our shit together." I wonder if that was part of some of the thinking in the mindset of the defense
I would
as
love
well.
to hear what was said at halftime in that locker room because the way Ben Johnson was coaching that first half, if I can think as me being a coach, if that was me doing what I did, and of course in baseball we don't get a halftime. You gotta you gotta say what you gotta say in between innings. But I would have, if that was me and I made those exact same decisions, I would have went at halftime and I would have definitely called them out. I'd be like, we got to go for this shit every goddamn time because y'all can't make a stop. That would have been my message. And I really want to know what was the message. And it showed that he has a stranglehold on this team. Because like you said, man, that could have ruffled a lot of fellas.
Yeah,
And them
yeah,
dudes could have been like, man, this dude don't even believe in us, dog.
yeah.
What like
Can
so
he
it
can he really go off on them like that? Because it wasn't like the offense was really lighting up the scoreboard. It wasn't like they was going tit for tat like in San Francisco. I mean,
true.
three points at half, and I know
Yeah,
you're not running the ball. I'm like
But
that.
but
but you
but
gave
Help your
up you
de-
gave up three straight touchdown long possessions.
he probably
help
went
your
off on everybody.
help your defense out. He needs to go on everybody. Help your
But that's
defense out.
I'm sure he would. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. And I'm sure he might not have had to go off on the offense. I'm sure I know who went off on the offense in that locker room.
Hey, look,
The one who was going off on their ass on that sideline.
hey, look.
Yes.
Which was
And
interesting because I'd never seen him that animated before.
that was very big to me because usually we see the what we perceive as him pouting
Right, being petulant. Right.
like so to see him be direct and
Vocal.
emotional in that aspect, that meant a lot because I'm like, oh, that's how you hold your teammates accountable. Like in that aspect. And that's how that's how you get to know if you really are a leader or not.
They're gonna listen and follow afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did some Tom Brady stuff and didn't get called being a malcontent. Usually that goes against certain people.
Brothers.
Yeah.
I
But
said, my bad.
so so yeah, it's interesting, man, because as I'm watching the game, I'm like, this first half, I said Green Bay would love for this game to be just the first in the first half. And Chicago can't wait to get to the second half to start playing. And I kind of said it offhand, and as it turns out, this is what was happening.
That's how I look.
I literally did not have any emotional responses until the very end, where I'm like, when Green Bay's drive, I said, look now, you can't come all the way back. And then just give it. And then that one big, I don't know if it was I think it was Dobbs or Reed. One of them had a real big catch in like a long run. I'm like, oh, and they still had a timeout. It was like 38 seconds. I was just like, oh man, come on, bro. So yeah, I only got like close to the TV, was like, come on, man, when it was like the last couple of plays. And then when it finally hit the ground. But I say the play of the game, man. And there's a whole bunch of plays of the game, so it's not like it's just one. But for me, the play of the game was that dude being injured on the field. And them 10 precious seconds that they did not have.
Oh,
That was huge.
They had to use
Yeah.
There was no timeouts left.
That was huge. And thank you, LaFleur, for calling one earlier. Because they didn't have it. Because otherwise it just would have been a timeout and they wouldn't have lost those 10 seconds. But they didn't have it. I was like, wow. And not that, but it was a center as well. So that exchange was rough, the last play of the game. So So yeah, man. But yeah, there was a lot of plays of the game. I
But
mean,
no,
I
the throw to Adunze,
throw
that's
to Dunze. I
I want to say
mean,
that's the greatest throw
The greatest
I've
throw I've
ever
ever
Bears.
seen
seen
in
in
a
Bears
Bears
in
history.
Bears history. That's the best
Yeah,
throw I've seen in
Yes,
Bears history.
yeah.
yes.
No,
Until the next one.
into the next one. But and I know, and I've said this to you all many a times when I hate when the media be like, only one or two people can do that throw.
Can do it.
That
No,
was one where I said, yeah, that's only a couple can do that
Yeah,
shit.
maybe three people.
I mean
Really, only one.
that was a literal. I mean, my jaw
Others can
dropped.
do it, but it's only one that can look just like that and do it.
My jaw dropped to the floor. Like
Yeah,
that's an unbelievable throw, man.
Unbelievable.
yeah. I'd say Mahomes, Allen, and Jackson. That's it.
Like,
They're the only ones I think that could. Oh wow, they could try that and be successful.
That was my play of the game right there. No doubt.
I mean, other
That had me starting to believe at that point.
hey, when dude missed a field goal, I was like, oh shit, they done. This game. I'm like, this is our game. When he missed that field, I'm like, oh, this is oh, dude. You know who else? I shouldn't say player of the game, but one of the key components of the entertainment value of that game. I don't know who was directing that game, but they did a great job, man. They would cut to the crowd at the right time. They had nice, tight shots. You see people with the look of incredulity on their face, like, I can't believe this. You seeing some people mouth, you know, you catching that. You seeing little kids cheering. You seeing, wives and husbands hugging each other like they ain't hugged before they got married. I mean, dude, you were catching all the emotion of the fans, man, at the right moments, and then you were catching what was that? I'm probably too old. ABC Wild World Sports, the agony of defeat. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. Because when Watson took his helmet off, they caught at the right time when he like threw it on the ground and bounced up. I'm like, dude, great job, whoever directed that one. That's like an Emmy award. Like if you need a movie, if you need a documentary of this season, all you gotta do, you ain't gotta cut it. Just take that segment from like the whole fourth quarter, man. But yeah, dude, that was one of the most enjoyable. And granted, we won, so that had a lot to do with it. But I even enjoyed the first game against Green Bay. I'm like, dude, and I said it to you guys before. I am here for the NFL season for me as a Bear fan can be Green Bay, Chicago, 17 games. This iteration of the Bears and this iteration of Green Bay, because again, I'm a little more grizzled than you guys. In my half century of watching this, the Bears and the Packers have never quite been good at the same time. Either one team's on the way up, one's on the way down. They're both can be bad at the same time, or one's like way more dominant than the other one. And here, Green Bay's not on the way down. They're at a nice plateau, but it's a high level plateau. And the Bears are on the way up, but it's at a point where they are, realistically can challenge. And obviously they have. Every game's basically come down to the last play. And it should only get better. And I'm here for the petty between the coaches. Oh, excuse me. I'm here for the petty between the coaches, and the players to feel. I mean, the fans. The media, but the national viewing audience. This is the first time I can think of in ever watching these Bears and Packers, because they always bill it when the game greatest rivalry, longest rivalry in NFL history, 104 years. These teams, Bronco Nagurski, Rick Dick Buck, Scales, all these names. This is the first time I think the fans nationally give a crap. Where they like, dude, like, did you check out that game? Like, that's never us, bro. It's always somebody else's game. Like, man, did you see that game last night? Oh man, like they're looking forward to seeing the next Bears game.
But the thing is about the Bears games this year, you cannot stop watching. No matter what takes place. Some of my boys down at school, like we in the group, because of course one of my boys made a parlay, so he like, man, they tripping. He like, but at the same time, just got to keep watching because Caleb gonna do something later on, like that, and quite honestly, at this point, it's an advantage that it's a subconscious advantage.
Psychological
It's a
advantage. Yeah.
subconscious advantage because the opponents. I mean, just look at Green Bay in the second half. They threw the ball 31 times to 7 rush because they felt the need that they had to try to keep scoring in order to make sure we don't come back. Instead of just trying to keep running the ball to stop us from getting the ball. They went into, and it's not even, and then it is weird, but it's like these opponents feel that pressure of holding a lead against us with knowing like, man, we got to be picture perfect the rest of the way to make sure that they don't come back. And somehow, some way, we still come back. I mean, even some of the losses. I mean, the Detroit loss.
Yeah. San Francisco, right
San
there.
Francisco, like the Green Bay lost the first time. We going to find a way to come back. And I think for teams, that's the hardest part about this because you can't get too excited about being up 21-3 when in your head it's like these motherfuckers don't quit. So we got and so when you think it's a no pressure situation anymore, the pressure mounts even more because you don't want to be the team to blow a 21-3 lead.
Yeah.
Like you can't relax playing the Bears.
No.
That is insane to say.
As a Bear fan, never happened.
And y'all know me, how I feel about sports, and I will I'm the conspiracy theorist. I'll tell y'all something rigged in a heartbeat. Some of my people like, man, that's rigged. I say, listen, if we've made it to the point in time in the day of NFL football where they're rigging things for the Chicago Bears, thank you, God. It never goes our way. It never goes our way. So if it was, hey, so what? Hey, look, we in good. That means we're somebody that the league wants to see succeed. Like, but it was a crazy game, and we talked about keys to the game. What did I say?
You said 3 and outs. 3 and outs.
And we got 4.
Yeah.
And that 4th was really the third because the second 3 and out, we threw the pick on the 4th and 1 play. So I scratched that one out. But every 3 and out after that, we scored on.
I started thinking about that in the second half when that started happening. Like, all right, he got something there.
Man, I said I'm like coming out of halftime, we gotta get a 3 and out. We gotta score. I'm like, I prefer if we get 7, but we gotta put some points on the board. Something. We got 3. Get the next 3 and out. We driving. Ben want to do something crazy, and we Caleb throw the pick. But then we got another one, right? They went up 27 or was it 27?
No, 27-16.
We scored before they scored that next touchdown. Okay.
Right.
But yeah, man, that was the one. Like all the other ones, I didn't get so emotional. But all the other games and the comebacks, that one, my emotions was a roller coaster. And that one,
really,
it was a roller coaster. And that one, and I think it was because it was the playoffs. And for me, I wanted so bad for us to win that game to prove that it's a new day in Chicago.
Glenn, how did you not have that feeling? How were you able to watch that and not have the emotions coming out?
I think because for me, I felt like I won already. Not so much the game, but as a Bear fan, I won because I'm like, man, this team is going to be good for a while. And so whatever happens, I'm good because I can already see. I guess I don't know if it's a gift, curse, bane, boon, however you want to see it. I'm always looking ahead when it comes to football and sports. It's like I'm always projecting. And so I'm already like on season 3 and 4 with these guys. And so I'm like, yeah, whatever happens here, it's all part of the process, it's all part of learning. But we done found our coach, we done found our quarterback. We got a nice little core of skilled players. I'm more concerned about, we need to fix the defense, blah, blah, blah. So anything that happens is gravy. So I'm just enjoying it. It's like I don't feel like I'm gonna lose. Whether the Bears win or lose, I still don't feel like we lose because even if the Bears lose, well, say they lost to Green Bay, I'm like, all right, let's get started on next season. I'm already here. I'm like, yeah, because let's be honest. For me, and I'll say it, I did not expect these dudes to do anything like this. I
No,
thought 9-8 would be awesome in terms of like, man, 9-8 and find your quarterback and some, essentially what has happened, but just not the crazy success that they've had. The fact that at some point they're going to win double digits is like, oh, the fact that they might have a chance to win a division, oh, the fact that they were fighting for number 1 seed and had it for like a week. Are you kidding me? Oh man, I'm good. And the fact that they had to refight the game back to get back, beat Green Bay the way they beat Green Bay. I was like, oh man, dude, this is a great season. Whatever happens. The fact that they barely lost to San Francisco, the fact that they barely lost to Detroit and still had the number 2 seed, oh, it's all gravy. You get to play Green Bay again. I already said I'm here for 17 games in Green Bay. Just entertain me. So I was just looking to be entertained. And it was, I was actually disappointed, not pissed at the fact that we're losing. I was disappointed that it wasn't entertaining. I'm like, man, y'all don't let the whole country down again, man. Everybody proud for this, and y'all doing some bullshit in the first half. Like, come on, man. So I was literally being what my best friend says I never am. I was just being a fan, man. I was just being entertained by one of the more entertaining football games I've seen in quite some time. Until the last drive. Then I'm like, man, don't fucking lose this damn game. You're fucking with me now.
But see, I think I would have felt that way had we not played Green Bay the first game of the playoffs.
I get you.
I think I would have felt exactly like you felt because we play the Rams or 49ers in the first round and we lose. It's like, okay, you had a good season. Like, this was different. We on the come up. Playing Green Bay in the first round. Yeah, we had all that. We on the come up, all that. But this is what's going to cement that it's a new day in Chicago. It's going to cement it. And to win that game, now I feel like we truly run the North. Now anything could happen next year. We know that. But I'm going into next year feeling better about our chances within the division. Moving forward. But I understand where you're coming from wholeheartedly. Like I say, I think if it wasn't the Packers and being how they've made life miserable for us for so long, to have the Packers fans crying and making all type of excuses and praying to God that we lose next week and all type of stuff, to be able to have that over their heads.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is you can't beat it. You can't beat it. The only thing will be better than this is winning it all. That'll be the only thing will be better than this right now. But
that would be insane.
But I'm not ruling nothing out, man, right now, man.
No.
Not ruling nothing out, man.
There's not a team out here I don't think we can hang with.
We can be beat.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we can beat everybody we could possibly play.
Yeah.
The health thing is a reality. I don't think that we've really addressed because we're still so high on that win. And Trapillo being gone and Edwards being gone. I know we have guys that have played all year. I get all that. But at some point, start losing bodies, it catches up to you.
Everybody's missing guys at this point, though. Everybody.
I'm not saying that I'm talking about missing guys going forward.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm saying like in the game, like I don't want to be missing any more people.
Oh,
as the game is happening.
obviously not. But I mean, I'm saying everybody's going through it. Look at San Francisco.
True.
They've been going through it all year,
And
and
Kittle
they
just
keep
tore his Achilles.
they
Yeah,
keep
that's true.
rolling. T.J. Edwards torn Achilles.
Was that what it was? It was his
Yeah,
Achilles.
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
And he might be done.
yeah, it's possible. Yeah, yeah. Trapillo.
Ruptured patella
Patel.
tendon.
Okay.
That's not a good one. That's one of those ones where it's like 55 to 60% people kind of come back, but they're not necessarily what they ever really were. Now, granted, I don't know how many of those people were offensive linemen as opposed to maybe skill guys, they may run more, but he's not a small guy either. So all that stress on your knee
Yeah,
and
a
with the
lot of
rupture
bending, a lot of bending, a lot of
and a lot of
stress.
bending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's at least a 2-year injury. Like he may not really be, but since it's so late in the season, I wouldn't expect him back next year at all, to be quite honest with you.
Man, that's terrible. That really sucks.
It is definitely because he had a lot of promise.
He was playing some good ball.
Which may mean that you have to refocus some of your attention on either drafting another left tackle. I don't know if you sign a free agent left tackle that's a starter, maybe a guy that's a strong backup guy. I don't know. I don't know. You want to send a message that you give up on Trapillo either. You want to give him have a chance to come back, but by the same token, you're trying to win something
Well,
too.
you're trying to win. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tight spot. It's a
That's the
tight spot.
business. That's the business. Yeah, that's going forward. Yeah, I don't know what you would.
Have to
I
regulate
think
him.
it depends on what salary cap wise, what we're looking at, because we got some guys that need to be signed.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, one of those guys aren't costing you much. It all depends, man. I mean, Trapillo might just end up being a swing tackle for the remainder of his career, which is serviceable, and that way you're not putting as much stress as often on it, and you can still maybe be more effective in spurts. That's a possibility. And Benedict, I mean, he's solid, but I think they might be looking for more talented left tackle, so to speak. We'll see.
Well,
That's down the future. That's me get looking to the future again too
I tell
much.
you what, he doesn't look bad running downfield as a receiver.
No, he didn't.
That was impressive.
He's
From
rather athletic.
the all, I don't know if you saw the all 22 of it.
I didn't watch it.
That if I didn't see his number,
Oh,
He thought he was a tight
we
end.
got the late game.
I wouldn't have known. We got the late game.
Yep.
Of course, man. I'm talking prime time, man. The nation wants to see the Bears now.
5:30.
The nation wants to watch Chicago. Hey, you got
All right,
Chicago, LA. I mean, come on, man. You
bring
get
on
that
the
market.
Ram. Here we go.
Let's go.
Number one,
And
it's
it'll
gonna
be
be
colder.
cold on Sunday.
It'll be colder
They
in the
talking about a
evening.
high. They talking about a high of 8.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be 15. It's even lower now, huh?
I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. Maybe it was
Ooh,
at 5:30. At 5:30 in the evening.
yeah, it gets colder.
Yeah. Oh,
Wouldn't that be something, man? We win by virtue of freezing them out because the Rams have looked bad in cold weather. I remember the last time the Rams played here in Chicago. The
It
last time
wasn't even cold there. It wasn't even
no,
cold then.
no, it was no.
regular season,
No, no, no.
Right.
No,
2018,
That's what I said.
you talking about the
Oh, you talking
2018
about?
game.
I was about to
2018
say
game.
last year we played them. It wasn't cold and we beat them.
No.
No. I'm talking about cold, like when it was cold.
Okay.
It was 2018 season when Golf was a quarterback for the Rams.
Golf against Mitch.
Right. It was golf against the weather. I
That
don't
was a
think Mitch
time.
showed up.
Golf against the weather.
Yeah, Golf want to know. He want to know part of that. I'll never forget that. Now, I mean, Stafford used to play in this division, so he's had games.
But at the time,
Yeah.
he was, it was Minnesota always had a dome too, but he's a dome quarterback though. Yeah, he's
right.
in
But I'm saying though, he's had
played
cold
in his
weather
division,
games
but
in
Not that
Chicago
often.
and in Green Bay.
but he's
Not that often.
but he's a dome quarterback.
And he's a California kid now. He's a southern boy who's played out in California. You know, when your body adjusts to the weather. You've been out there, he don't know what it's cold. He don't really know what cold feel like anymore. He forgot. And in his
Man,
hand, he dinged up his hand a little bit too. So maybe that cold weather might
Yeah.
affect him throwing. Just saying, I'm looking for all the little leverages and advantages that we can possibly get.
can we keep up with these receivers that they got? With Devontae
Devontae,
and Puka.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't think it's a matter of keeping up with them in terms of running with them. It's a matter of can we make sure we don't get out physical,
Yeah,
especially with Puka.
That's what I keep telling. But I'm like, they don't necessarily run free like the Green Bay receivers, like the Detroit receivers. They make tough, contested, physical catches
And carry you with them, run
so
through you.
That's where I'm like, we have to do like Glenn said, like we have to match that physicality side. I believe we will. I think that allows us. I think that plays a little bit into our opportunistic hand.
Right.
But let's see.
Man,
Their defense hasn't been hitting on a lot lately, like the last quarter of the season. But they do have a couple of pass rushers. They do have a very good schemer in McVay. And they have a very accurate throwing quarterback and a guy who can make some things happen. They've got two really good running backs, decent, if not solid lines. And a tight end who can catch the ball too. So they're going to be a problem, But hey, I believe the Chicago Bears, as they've shown all year, they got a lot of problem solvers on that coaching staff. So.
All right. Well, it's Sunday, 5:30 our time.
5:30 our time. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. Hosting a divisional playoff game, and who knows?
That'd be crazy.
You win a game, you could host a championship game. It's possible.
You think San Francisco's going to beat Seattle?
We're not going to get too far.
Yeah. Without Kittle, I mean, they other tight ends not
bad.
I think that's the part that I think if they had Kittle, I'll like their chances a little more.
Right.
Was Kittle there the first time they played?
The first time
I know
played,
the second
first
time
game of the season. No, the second game he wasn't there.
He wasn't there the second game.
It's on the sidelines. Yeah.
Okay. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's divisional opponents, so anything's possible.
Yeah.
And it is. I mean, it's Sam Darnold. I don't know if he's convinced anyone that he can't turn back into a pumpkin. So
he's probably the one quarterback that didn't need the bye.
Probably right.
Yeah. So other playoff matchups. We saw the Philly 49ers game, obviously. Philly. Once again, I love listening to Philadelphia postgame shows. And man, you talk about they want to fire everybody.
Man,
mind you, this is a team that they still are technically still the defending Super Bowl champions, and they want to clean house.
They've been in Super Bowl 2 out the last 4 years. They had a losing season in like 5 years.
They want to fire everybody. They want Sirianni gone. They want the offensive coordinator Petula gone.
That I understand.
They want AJ Brown gone. I mean, everybody. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't think I could be a Philly fan.
Man, the funniest thing I came across just Saturday was it's apparently this little Caucasian young lady who streams as she's watching games, and she's a Philly fan.
I think I saw what you're talking about.
For some reason, she's been streaming Bears games. So it started with the Detroit game because she wanted them to get the 2 seed. And she just talking so crazy. Like, oh, they're so weak. Like, they are so overrated. They're so far. I'm like, wait a minute. If it was one team that we actually fucking dominated,
right?
Like if it was one team that the magical dust didn't touch, was Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We beat y'all wire to wire. Like, wasn't even a fucking contest. And then she come back Saturday when we playing Green Bay. It was funny how they I guess these her posts, but it was edited. It was when they scored. Green Bay scored, and I think Caleb threw the pick, and she see what happens when they play a real defense. Then the next play they showed was Sweat's touchdown run. Okay. Oh, this defense is so ass. It's like, damn, make up your mind. Like, make up your mind. Why you so invested in us? Worry about your team. Now what you gonna root for who? You at home crying now.
You lost to a poo butt defense like San Francisco. They ain't got no healthy bodies. And you was at home.
Let them come way from the West Coast.
Bills and Jags was a good game. I saw the second half of that game.
Okay. I'm giving you this face. Why do you think I'm giving you this face?
You think it was a part of the script?
No. Although I can understand why I'm giving you this face. No, I've said it before on our podcast. I'm going to keep saying it. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert are two guys who just nobody says shit about their ineffectiveness in the playoff. Like these mofos, dude, as far as talented as they are, and as talented as their teams have been, they ain't done shit except when they played each other and one of them had to win.
Well, that's why I say they actually, but in that sense, no. Here's what: it's not a true rebuttal, but it's more of a slap at one of the other ones because in that same argument that you saying, Trevor Lawrence does get criticized though, and he does. He does.
It's a mild criticism, bro.
But you got to think this is only his second time in the playoffs.
No, that's my point. Dude, he's on his third fucking coach. That would usually mean coach killer. That would usually mean you're a coach killer.
Listen.
Hey, guess what? Herbert is on his third head coach.
I get it. But I'm
both
saying
these
all
dudes
this
have gone through 6 motherfucking coaches.
Hey, but look,
can't win shit in the playoffs.
I get it.
And Lamar Jackson, who has been a 2-time MVP, his players will fumble the ball at the goal line, drop the pass in the end zone. Lamar can't get it done. He's the worst ever.
I get it.
These mofos, it's like, dude, you got a Hall of Fame wide receiver. You got a Hall of Fame, arguably Hall of Fame. You got a coach that's been to the Super Bowl, that's won a national championship. Your ass scored 3 points against New England Patriots.
See, yes, let's go to him. That's who I want to go to. Because, yes, Trevor Lawrence doesn't get criticized, but Trevor Lawrence is definitely not revered to be a top 5 quarterback. They still try to say this dude, Justin Herbert, is a top 5 quarterback.
I don't see it.
They still try to elevate this guy to heights unbecoming. Like Lawrence doesn't get the criticism that we think he should get on a regular basis.
Right.
But I do see people be critical of him. I don't see people talk about how fascinated, I don't see the excuses. They might not talk about them, but when it comes to the Chargers, it's definitely excuses.
Oh man, it is that I've never seen 2 quarterbacks get a pass like those cats. For as much as they're talked up, there's no balance of criticism that even comes close.
But I don't think Trevor Lawrence get talked up no more like he once did.
Not like he was.
Not like he once did.
Yeah. Until the second half of the season. Oh, look what he's doing now.
They had a really good season this year.
I understand that. And my point, yes. And my point is, when it matters, he threw an interception at the end of the game.
He did. I'm not taking that away. I'm not.
You're not being critical enough.
No, because,
I need you to come after him a little bit
because
more.
You coming at him. We need to be focusing our energy on the golden child. And that's Justin Herbert.
That's both of them.
No,
they both. Dude, you got
it's not
sunshine.
No. One loss. Now, granted, here's what I'll say. One loss to the guy that the world is saying, if he don't win it this year, It's a big problem. That's Trevor losing to goddamn Josh Allen. The other one lost to a second-year quarterback, first time in the playoffs, and you look like dog shit. They can try to say that offensive line. He had time. And you don't have 10 seconds to wait to throw the ball. But because you're Justin Herbert, and if you get hit, they're not going to credit it to you holding the ball. They're going to say your O-line sucks because Joe Alt is no longer there. No, fuck that. I watched that whole game, man. Dude should have been getting rid of the ball. He was getting lit up.
No argument for me.
But they're going to blame everything else. They're going to blame Trevor for them losing yesterday.
Yeah, so you got sunshine from the.
They're not going to blame Justin Herbert. Hell, at least Trevor got a resume of success, period, at some point in life. Where the fuck is goddamn Herbert's resume that show he was ever a winner, that he gets such praise like this? Gets so many excuses. Where was this so talented of a thrower of the football in Oregon? He wasn't like where.
That wasn't his fault in Oregon.
Yeah, and it was. No, it was.
Actually,
once a loser,
wasn't.
always a loser.
I'll say this. No, actually, in Oregon, it wasn't his fault. It was the head coach, Cristobal in
the national championship right now, Glenn.
Despite himself.
Hey, nope, you can't. Nope. Look, another excuse. See, you even giving the man excuses. Cristobal is in the national championship right now. And Justin Herbert still goddamn losing. So who's the common denominator? He got Harbaugh now. Everybody thought Harbaugh coming was gonna be amazing.
Yeah, right? That's true.
I haven't seen it yet.
Back-to-back playoff appearances.
Yeah, back-to-back, right?
No, just 2 in a row. They missed one the year before. I think the coach got fired.
One and done in each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Texas.
Well,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, I think the 3 playoff appearances, he lost in the first round every time, I think. Did they win one last year? Did they win the game last year?
No. He's 0-3.
0-3. And he's not getting any of the – Lamar went 0-2, and they was like, I don't know.
Texans just took care of Pittsburgh. What's the fallout in Pittsburgh now after this loss here?
I will say,
a quarterback.
I said, depending on how they lose, Tomlin might get fired. And goddamn it, they just got their ass whooped. I didn't think they was gonna get their ass whooped. That's why I was so willing to say, depending on how they lose, maybe they might fire. But shit, they did get their ass whooped. But I don't know, man.
I was listening to some of the pregame coverage, and they were talking about Aaron Rodgers may want to come back after this year.
Yeah, not after
this.
That beating he just took.
I can't see it.
Elder abuse.
Elder abuse. Lord. I'm sure he'll want to come back after this.
What if he goes to Minnesota?
For 1 year?
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to do that.
Sit McCarthy for
no. They got to develop him. No, they're not. No, it ain't happening. I don't think his career track mirrored too much like Harbaugh. Like Brett Favre as it was.
Yeah. I'm just saying. They try to catch light in the bottle one time.
He don't have the ego to sit behind anybody, so no. That ain't happening. I don't know, man. It's interesting because they did look bad, but they were in the game until late. If anything, to me, it looks like
quarter. They got
it's like if they had a legitimate quarterback, they might have like a solid. They need like another quarterback or a legit quarterback. I don't know who that quarterback would be.
Pittsburgh.
It ain't Pittsburgh. It ain't Tua. He may be on the market, but I wouldn't trust Tua. I don't know. I don't know if they're who.
Tyler, maybe. He
Allen?
built for Kyler.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Probably not built for that division. Probably too.
Not that city. And
I think Kyler needs to go to the NFC South.
I think it was go to Miami.
I still think that's not. Miami being in AFC North, I mean AFC East
weather teams.
is crazy anyway. But I think the NFC South fits him perfectly. Now, who could he go to? Maybe Atlanta.
Nobody. Oh, NFC
I
South.
don't.
I'm sorry.
NFC South. Yeah, I don't think Atlanta is sold on Penix like people.
No team. Ain't no team, bro.
You think they sold on Penix?
They
I don't think
Cousins on his way
give
out.
him another shot.
Yeah, I think it's too much money because of Kirk, and you eventually you're gonna want to pay Penix and Kyler. It's unless you told me Penix ain't coming back for 2 years, get Kyler for 1 year, maybe. I don't know. He tries to rehab his image. I don't know if you're gonna get a trade for them legs.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, but
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't.
Tyler
Pittsburgh.
Shaw. How you say his name? He
Shaw.
played very well.
Tyler Shaw.
He finished the year strong.
I don't know who. I don't know if there's a quarterback out there.
I was about to say, do the Colts maybe go for him?
Go for who? Kyler?
Yeah, I mean Danny Jones just tore his ACL, right? So
yeah, no, Achilles. He's Achilles too, wasn't he?
It's Achilles, one of them. I knew it was something, and I don't think they care to go back to Anthony Richardson at all.
No.
Oh.
I don't know. It's interesting, man.
I'll tell you this: we talking quarterbacks. For a lot of the shit we talked year one of this draft class, year two, this draft class proven to fuck around and be one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
It's maybe second best.
You still say 83?
Until otherwise noted, it's 83.
Who was 83?
Kelly, Marino, Elway,
Ken
O'Brien, and Todd Blackledge.
It's only two championships.
And Tony Eason.
And that crew.
You got
two
3 Hall of Famers.
But you got eight Super Bowl appearances in that.
That's a lot of L's.
It is.
But they'll play the NFC, who was just,
the NFC was so dominant back then.
You're losing to Joe Montana, the Giants, and the Bears. I mean, Washington, there was some dominant.
Wait, 9. I didn't think about it. I didn't even say Tony Eason. Tony Eason got to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
That's 9 Super Bowl appearances.
So right now you're willing to say.
Well, it's 3 Hall of Famers, too. Elway, Marino, and Kelly.
I mean, we can't say this group is the best right now. We got to see how it all play out. But projection wise, it
could get to that point. Yeah,
they're on that way.
It's
looking good. It's looking good.
You got 3, and if Daniels can stay healthy, we got 4. Nix is going to have success as long as Peyton's his head coach. Obviously, Caleb looks like his era in May. Caleb in May looks the strongest of the two. Daniels, he's going to be having new OC and health, and we don't know how well constructed Washington's going to be going forward because they had a lot of older players and some a lot of free agents that team was built on. So we have to see with them. But the talent, I agree with you guys. This talent is ridiculously talented. I don't think any of these guys are. And then JJ has one of the best coaches out there. So, and he's got a lot of talent around him. So. Yeah, I without a doubt, this may be one of the more talented. Was it 6 quarterbacks went in the first round?
6, yep.
Yeah, I'd say 4 of them definitely. I don't think outside of the injuries they should be fine. The other 2, they could be at least very good. So yeah, but the 83 class, man, that's a special class.
All right. Let's move on to college real quick. We got a national championship game coming up. I guess after that butt kicking that happened in Atlanta on Friday night, Indiana and Oregon, which I thought it would be a lot closer.
Oregon might actually win because they played it before, and it's like, okay, we know what we did wrong, and arguably you have more talent than Indiana.
Indiana's not playing around.
Indiana is the best coach team I've seen in so long, in a while. I mean, in a while. like in a while. And I say that respectfully to the Nick Sabans, to the Kirby Smarts. Those guys had talent
Much talent.
that was crazy.
Otherworldly, yes.
Otherworldly talent.
Yes.
Like the coaching job that Signetti is doing.
It's the best I've ever seen.
It's oh my God. Like, and I was going back and forth with one of my boys because he like picking Miami. And I'm like, man, Indiana's good. He like, but you ain't telling me why they went. Indiana's good. Like, okay, you want me to tell you why they will win? Why I think they will win? Because their coach is phenomenal. And I know you're not gonna. And I know you're not gonna say that about Cristobal.
No,
I know you're not.
I know I'm not.
Like, I think honestly, for me, what is helping Indiana is every week they're still getting doubted because they're Indiana. So even in their success right now, they can't get big headed because everyone is still doubting them. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, it's Indiana. No one ever would have thought Indiana football would be the class of college football. Like ever.
Never. No.
Ever.
Like we've seen some.
And my boys, they like, man, we talk to this group every day. You don't even talk about Indiana at all. I'm like, first of all, y'all in the SEC country. What the hell I look like talking Indiana football? I'm like, and secondly, I started paying attention to them when they kicked Illinois' ass. And I definitely ain't about to talk Illinois football with y'all. Like, come on, man. What I look like?
I saw somewhere average age on their team, 23.
Bunch of old man.
That's an old college team, man. But I guess
thank you, Portal.
That's the way of college football now.
But the crazy thing, they only play 13 guys on their defense.
Yeah.
That shit threw me off.
It's the most improbable team ever. And when you say stuff like what you just said, and I didn't know that he makes it even that much more improbable. It's the way the team's comprised would not have existed 3 years ago, let alone 5, 7, 10, 15 years ago. And that's why you don't have an Indiana story prior to now. I mean, think about it. Vanderbilt might have been the story this year if it wasn't for Indiana.
Yeah.
The fact that Vanderbilt and Indiana had the seasons that they had and Indiana still having theirs, and the fact that those coaches re-signed with those schools is just incredible to me. When you do good at Vandy, man, you're the first straight out to the next school. It's what happened with Franklin. He did really good, but he had back-to-back winning seasons at Vanderbilt. Boom, Penn State, and nobody's going to blame you. They get it. They're like, yeah, I get it. You can't sustain success at those institutions. So for Indiana to come out of nowhere, and last year seemed like a one-off year, like okay, they had a magical season, as we would say. You come back next year and you're dominant. And I mean, you win it again. You win in Oregon after you throw a pick six, which should have broken you or broken what we thought Indiana football would be. Like, oh man, they're gonna fall apart. You come back and win by double digits. The Penn State game is like that's the gotcha game. And then it's your Heisman moment. And then it's like, yeah, but when they face Ohio State, all those professional players on that team. And then the very first freaking pass, the quarterback takes a hit. I was like, oh, he's done. So not only is he not done, he comes back, finishes the game, takes more hits, and they beat Ohio State. And it just shows you just how much the influence that coach has, or the toughness exudes, and the players, they take on the persona of their coach. This dude came in, not too dissimilar from our Ben Johnson, talking noise. Like, hey, you want to know about me? Google me. I win. Really, dude? You at Indiana talking shit. Seriously? And I think to your point, the disrespect is why Oregon got their ass whooped so bad.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be like, you know what? We don't even want to hear that we just had a lucky season. Like, no, it's gonna be dominant. And people make that comparison to Saban in terms of the discipline and just how effective and efficient they are. But to your point, and you made a great one, it's not with that kind of talent at all. Some of these guys weren't even rated. They were no stars. They were no stars.
He has 7 total 4 or 5 stars on that roster.
That's just and tell me outside of the quarterback, maybe the defensive back, who's gonna go in the first round off that team? Nobody. They got some guys that'll get drafted, especially after you see them in the national championship game. But they got maybe 3 at most first rounders, maybe. Usually by this time, you look at it, like LSU had that great magical season, right? Like 4 or 5 off this first rounders off that. Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Burrow, Edwards-Helaire, Stingley. You could see them. Like, oh yeah, those guys are first round talent. I'm looking at Indiana, I'm like, 4th round, maybe, 3rd round. But they play so well together. I mean, they execute so well, they don't beat themselves. Miami damn near beat themselves out of being in the game. All the damn knucklehead plays, the undisciplined plays they were making towards the end of the game. Mm-hmm. They won that game off of some talent. Yeah.
You just said something though. I'm like, this is why they're going to come in versus Miami with another chip on their shoulder. Just thinking about what my boy tells me. He comes to me with Miami dominated Ohio State. Indiana barely beat them. Okay, Indiana barely beat Oregon too, right? When they played them in the regular season. And then they just beat the dog shit out of them when they saw them again. So let's not play that game. Like, dog, Indiana's a really good football team, dog. And I really hold on. And like I say, I haven't been this impressed by a team in a long time. And if they complete this, they do go into the argument as one of the greatest college football teams of all time.
Well, they're already the greatest. They are arguably the greatest. They are. How can I say this? As far as a turnaround story, they may be the.
Oh yeah, that's one of the greatest. That's got to be the greatest turnaround.
Turnaround. Yeah, it's got to be.
It doesn't happen in college football.
Has to be the greatest turnaround story in the history.
It doesn't. Before this, what would you say was the
Northwestern?
Yeah.
And they lost in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And they lost in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
I can't
name another one. I mean, Oregon was a. It took some years.
Was the Rose Bowl considered the national championship that year?
I think it was.
When Northwestern?
No, because remember Northwestern had lost the game that year.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because remember they lost to Miami of Ohio. Remember
early on the season. That's right.
They beat Notre Dame in the first game of the year
and Michigan. If you Notre Dame and Michigan.
Yeah. No, they didn't play Michigan.
Yes, they did.
No, not 95. They played them in 90. They played them in 96.
They probably played them both years, dude.
Because Northwestern needed Michigan to lose to Ohio State. That's how they got in the Rose Bowl. They beat Penn State that year.
Okay.
They beat Penn State. Michigan. Penn State came to Northwestern. They beat Penn State. They didn't play. They played Michigan in 96 and beat them at Northwestern. But yeah, I can't. Not say I remember Oregon, but that took some years for them to turn into the juggernaut that they became. That's it, man.
I was gonna say Georgia Tech under Bobby Ross, maybe.
But Georgia Tech was always before that. Georgia Tech was always they were decent.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm stretching. This is the best I can come up with.
Yeah.
It's like Georgia Tech, maybe Colorado. The one year that they wanted it, because Colorado used to be really bad. Used to be really, really, really bad. But that's about it. But Northwestern is, like you said, that's the one that sticks out the most because Northwestern was never going to be good. I mean,
Or Miami before.
do you?
Yeah,
Yeah, people forget that they were
that's
garbage.
but that takes you back to the early '80s.
Right.
That's crazy, crazy. So yeah, Indiana 8.5-point favorites right now.
I'll say they're finally a
Can
favorite.
can Miami keep it
Well, they
within
were the
20?
favorite against Oregon, weren't
Yeah,
it's just the public perception is what
perception
makes
of
them
it,
the
right?
underdog.
Right. It's Indiana.
They've been the favorite in every game. It's just been the public perception. The bookies ain't dumb, but
Right.
but by making them the favorite, the bookies know the public really don't fuck with them. So we gonna definitely make them the favorite and get this money.
All right. Let's get to picks and get out of here. Last week,
One or two.
uh both Glenn and Coach Smoke, you guys both went 1-2.
What?
Both of your over unders. No, one of your
No,
over unders.
your Rams
The
Panthers
Rams one
over
hit. It
hit.
hit.
Yeah.
Your under on the Bears loss.
Yes.
I just want to say that Ezra, it was a nice story, and you sold it really well. But I remember specifically that Northwestern went to the Rose Bowl, did beat Michigan and Notre Dame at Ann Arbor and at South Bend. I
No,
remember because
they did not.
I'm literally looking at the schedule, bro. I'm literally looking at 95. And the reason why I know this is because I lost money. The first time I started gambling was then. I said, "There's no way Northwestern can beat those teams," and they beat Notre Dame. I'm like, "Well, there's no way they can beat Michigan at Michigan. Michigan was number 7 at the time. They're playing at Michigan. So there's no way that's going to happen. That lightning can't strike twice, and it did. And I said, I'm never gambling again. That's my karma. It
You're
just
right.
didn't make
You're
any
right.
sense.
You're right.
So
You're right. You're
I
right.
know I'm right
You're right.
because I
You're
lost
right.
money.
You're right.
That shit traumatized me. But I like the way you sold it. They also beat Penn State that year, too. I mean, look at it. They beat Notre Dame, but they did lose to Miami of Ohio, so it didn't make any sense. And then they beat Michigan at Michigan. They beat Minnesota at Minnesota. They beat a ranked Wisconsin. They beat Illinois, which is a rival game. They beat number 12 Penn State. And then they got, they lost an entertaining game against USC. But yeah, it might have been for the national championship. I don't know. They only had that one loss, but they probably,
But
I don't know
they
where they were
went
ranked.
in third.
Third, yeah. It was subjective back in those days, so who knows? They might have had an argument. Maybe that's what the story was. If they won, they might have had an argument. But USC was only 17th ranked at that time, so it
Well,
wasn't even like
but
a
wait, didn't 95 Nebraska?
no. You're thinking oh, it might, yeah.
I think
Nebraska probably beat
Tommy
Florida.
Frazier, yeah,
Yeah. Nebraska probably beat the crap out of Florida or somebody else. It
was
wasn't
national
Florida that
champions.
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. I'm my bad. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's just a little fact checking.
My bad. All right. All right, so picks. I went 2-1 this week. Thanks to the Texans with their big win over the Steelers. Thank you very much. You guys are both 16-20, and I am 20-16.
Take a fork in me.
Divisional playoffs. Let's see, Glenn, you went first last week. Smoke. Let's have you go first this week.
Are the lines out yet?
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, they're out.
Yeah, they're out. Okay. Oh. No, one of them not out.
Actually, yeah, the New England Houston game is not out yet.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go San
Nope.
Fran.
No, that's the wild card one.
Points that out, yeah.
Yeah, that one not out yet. So I'm gonna go San Fran plus 7.5.
Yep.
Denver plus 1.5.
Yep.
And then that's a lot though. I don't want to take. This a tough one for me. This a tough one for me. I did all that talking, but this a tough one for me because quiet is kept.
You want
My
jinx?
favorite football team of all time, college football team of all time, is Miami. So this one is like hard, but I'm gonna go ahead and take Miami plus the 8.5.
All right. Did you take the Niners and the
Niners
Broncos?
and Broncos? Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I thought you were just checking. All right, Glenn, who you got?
All right. I'm going to take the Niners plus, is it 7.5? Yeah, plus
Yes.
7.5. I'm going to take the under in the Bills Broncos game at 46.5. And I'm going to take what's the Indiana Ohio State or Miami game? What is that?
Minus 8.5.
Minus 8.5. I'm gonna take Miami plus 8.5.
All
I'm just
right.
staying away. I'm staying away from the Bears. I don't want to fuck them up. I don't want to jinx them.
We're gonna let Glenn. We're gonna let S.
I'm a
That's his thing.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this. We're gonna take the Rams minus the 3.5.
You don't really mean that. I know you're taking them, but you don't really mean it.
That's right.
It's your process.
That's right. I'm going to take the 49ers plus the 7.5.
This guy sacrificing games, he's still beating us.
That's wild. That was wild.
And going to Denver. Do I want to go Indiana, Miami? I'm gonna go Indiana minus the 8.5. All right. All right, that'll do it. Excuse me. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Easy Smoke and the GM podcast. We want to thank everyone for listening. We greatly appreciate it. You can catch our podcast at Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, wherever you find your favorite podcast. You can also catch us, you can also catch the video version of the podcast on YouTube. Search for HP53 Productions. And there you'll find a link to our podcast and the Super Duper podcast hosted by Rob Griggs. Yo, Glenn.
Yes, sir.
Please take us out.
Hey, if you don't know, we'll let you know here that at the Easy Smoking the GM the podcast, we are saying we right because we know it's wrong to be a Green Bay Packer fan. Bear down.
That's right.
Yeah, now.